There is a particular kind of tiredness that sleep cannot fix. It settles quietly over us after weeks, months, or years of rushing from one responsibility to the next. There are emails to answer, bills to pay, errands to run, decisions to make, and an endless stream of headlines reminding us of everything that seems to be going wrong. Even when we stop moving, our minds often continue racing. After a while, it becomes easy to believe that this is simply what life is: a series of problems to solve, a list that never ends, a future we're always trying to catch up to. When life feels this way, beauty can seem like a luxury, something reserved for vacations, celebrations, or the rare moments when everything finally falls into place. But beauty has never been waiting for your life to become easier. It has been waiting for your attention. Not because noticing beauty makes pain disappear. It doesn't. Grief still hurts. Anxiety still visits. The world remains complicated. Yet alongside all of this, something else continues quietly unfolding. The maple leaves still catch the morning light. Rain still gathers on spiderwebs like tiny strings of glass. Birds still sing before most of the world wakes. Wildflowers continue growing in places no one planted them. Somewhere, a child is laughing so completely that they forget anyone else exists. Somewhere, an elderly couple is walking slowly enough to notice the clouds. Somewhere, a fox slips unnoticed through the edge of a forest while the rest of the world hurries past. These moments ask nothing from us. They don't require us to earn them or deserve them. They simply exist. Perhaps this is why they are so easy to overlook. We have become remarkably skilled at noticing what is urgent. Our attention is constantly pulled toward notifications, deadlines, worries, and the next thing demanding to be solved. Much of modern life rewards efficiency far more than presence, but the most meaningful parts of being alive are rarely urgent. A conversation, the smell of rain before it falls, the shape of shadows moving through trees, the first stars appearing at dusk, the warmth of a mug between your hands. None of these insist upon being noticed. They simply wait. It is possible to live for years without really seeing the places we pass every day: the same neighborhood, the same park, the same path to work. We learn their outlines but forget to look closely. Yet if you slow down, even for a few minutes, the familiar begins to feel astonishing again. The bark of a tree becomes a landscape of its own. Moss reveals tiny forests hidden beneath your feet. The evening sky changes color dozens of times before darkness arrives. A breeze carries the scent of pine, damp earth, or blooming flowers that had gone unnoticed all afternoon. The world has not changed. Only your attention has. This is one of the quiet miracles of being human. What we notice shapes the life we experience. If we only notice what is broken, the world begins to feel as though it is made entirely of broken things. If we only notice what is missing, life begins to feel like a long list of absences. But when we begin noticing beauty, not instead of hardship, but alongside it, we discover that reality has always been more generous than we realized. Beauty does not erase suffering. It reminds us that suffering is not the whole story. Perhaps this is why spending time in nature often feels strangely healing, not because forests solve our problems, not because rivers answer our questions, but because they gently remind us that life is larger than our thoughts. Trees are in no hurry. Clouds never apologize for moving slowly. Wildflowers bloom whether anyone sees them or not. There is something deeply comforting about a world that does not ask us to be more productive before it offers us beauty. It simply offers it. Again and again. Every sunrise, every bird song, every changing season. This isn't an invitation to ignore the difficult parts of life. Some days are genuinely heavy. Some losses cannot be rushed. Some questions remain unanswered for years. You do not have to pretend everything is wonderful, but perhaps you can allow yourself to notice one beautiful thing today. Not because it fixes anything, because it is real. The way sunlight filters through a window, the sound of wind moving through leaves, a flower growing beside a sidewalk, the quiet comfort of your favorite chair. The moon rising before evening has fully settled. These moments may seem small, but they have a way of widening our lives. They remind us that even on difficult days, the world continues to offer gifts that cannot be bought or manufactured. Wonder has not disappeared. It has only become quieter than the noise surrounding us. Learning to notice beauty is less about changing the world than changing the way we meet it. It is the practice of remembering that life is made not only of achievements and disappointments, but also of ordinary miracles that quietly accompany us every day. Maybe that is enough for today. Not to have all the answers, not to feel endlessly optimistic, simply to step outside, to breathe, to look up, to notice that the evening light is resting gently on the tops of the trees. To remember that while life contains much that is difficult, it also contains things of astonishing beauty. Both are true. The difference is that beauty often whispers, while everything else seems to shout. So perhaps the task is not to search farther. Perhaps it is simply to become the kind of person who can hear the whisper.